thing we need to understand before understanding how Agile really works. And then we try to go back to the thesis, are A&M and Agile really friends or are foes with one another? Iterative and incremental, what does it mean? It means that I never come to the final product in pieces. I won't build a tree by collecting leaf, some woods, creating a pot and then gluing it all together. That's not the way it happens. It's a product which grows over time by adding functionality. The first thing an Agile team tries to do to eliminate the risk, and which is a good requirement engineering practices anyway, verify the hypothesis, verify the idea by providing a prototype or a piece of a product which works and demonstrate that that idea has been implemented. And why would we do that? Because in many years we tried out a lot of stuff, and here I'm going to get tomato at the end of the presentation, but we tried with EFEF standard specification. Did it work? Not really. We tried to convince our customer to bridge the gap between domain knowledge and technical knowledge. We tried to teach them UML and say, hey, draw nice bubbles and tell us which actor needs to do what, right? Did it work? Also not, because unfortunately UML is not a formal language. It's a description language. You can interpret it in 250,000 million different ways, whatever is written in there, okay? Then what we did, the next one, domain-specific language, domain-driven development, great, sounds special, especially from the technical perspective. Tell us the entity, we model the main business entity, and then we discuss together how they talk to one another, and we orchestrate any business process you need to support. Great. Does it work? Not really, because most of the time our customers forget to tell us things because they make assumptions about their domain that we cannot make. Okay? A well-known requirement engineering problem. It's called elicitation because you need to draw out of the customer the right answer because they will never tell you what they need. They tell you what they want, which is a totally different thing. Okay? And in the same situation, the only way which really worked out with iterative incremental development, there is one thing that both technical and business people understand equally. It's called product. It's that simple. So while we don't come as fast as we can to a product which is demonstratable, that gets looked from two different perspectives, the customer and the technician. We demo it together, we play with it together, and you tell me what works and what doesn't and why. So I learn a lot of stuff about your domain, and you see that we are developing in the right direction or not. Is that a problem? No, because every 15 days we improve it. And another 15 days, we add value to it. We add new stuff. And you see the new stuff coming along. And you can correct it. Is that a wrong requirement? No, because we are doing requirement engineering incrementally. And to validate the assumption and the idea, we choose to validate it through practice in an empirical way. Is this what you wanted? No. It's not different from where probably some of you started programming on DB3 with Clipper or something similar, and every 3 or 4 days you had something to show at your customer and you would say, is this what you want? No, I want the text field there, this data is longer, okay. You would go away, 2 days working, coming back, hey, is this what you want? Was working perfectly at the time. But as soon as project grew in size, we created complex structure to manage them. And then we got trapped ourselves in the complexity. Because at the end, what really matters is when it's done. Okay? And it's not done when you fulfilled all the requirements that you agreed with your customer. It's done when your customer is happy. Remember the first 3 slides. If they are not happy, they go somewhere else. Whether you fulfilled completely the Pflichtenheft, or however it's called in German, okay, or the requirement list, it doesn't matter. If they are not happy and they don't get what they wanted, even if at the beginning they weren't able to tell you, they go away. Okay? They might not sue you, you might not lose extra money, but you can't forget to work with that customer for the rest of your life. Is this what a business wants? No. We talk all about sustainability, long-time relationship. We need to build them. And you build that through collaboration, not through tell me today everything you need, because every extra between here and the end of the project will be paid extra money as a change request. And then what the customer does, no way I'm going to do that. So I need a 10 thing, I ask 100. I know myself nothing about the remaining 90s, but I know that at least I have a feet in the door. And when they will come, because it's so unclear that requirement that I don't understand it myself, they will come back to me and ask clarification about it after I already signed the contract and they committed to do it. Sounds familiar? And then we develop new stuff on the way, exactly what I need when I need it. So if is this really the story, why we don't simply do it? There are many customers doing it now. Okay, many providers do it. So we come to 0% to 100% through iterative and incremental approach. But there is a difference, and here is another big misunderstanding. Each of these is itself, every single increment is inspectable, means we can demo it, is a real product, is not something which will never go into the final product. It's a piece of a real running product, okay? Each of these adds value. Each of these is high quality, and each of these is potentially ready to ship. So it's not a prototype. It's not an interface built into a component somewhere that a product owner or a customer will never understand, but you need to trust that does exactly what we want. This is not what we are doing. If a customer wants to import something from an Excel spreadsheet, we demonstrate that he can import something from the Excel spreadsheet. You want to import everything? No customer. We show you first, we import only from English language with Unicode UTF encoded. It's a small case of everything you need but works. And you tell us if our interpretation of your wishes of importing is fulfilled or not. And if that is okay, then we can extend it to all the other cases, all the languages, all the other things you need. Okay? So what I'm saying, every little increment of functionality is a vertical little slice, which goes from the customer down to the whole architecture and back. Everything you need to touch to prove that that little piece of functionality really works.